guys? It's your host Qasim on the Oak Podcast, and thank you firstly for the support from the first podcast. Unbelievable. The comments, the feedback, it really means a lot, so thank you. Secondly of all, thank you to our sponsors, yours truly, your local bakery, for the hookup. Literally about 6 boxes of great food, freshly baked. Thank you guys. And thirdly, I want to introduce our guest for today on the second podcast, one of the leading athletes in Kuwait, not just in his field, but altogether in Kuwait. The first mixed martial arts fighter who fought on the international stage. Alhamdulillah, he's smashed it, and now he's an inspiration for the next generation. The White Gorilla, Abdullah Saleem, my brother.
Hey, how are you guys?
Thank you for coming.
Appreciate you guys sending me an invite.
It's great to have you here, man. It's great to have you
for
here.
the food.
Thank you.
Good food.
Yeah.
Good everything.
I eat today. Tomorrow he's going to smash me for eating the calories.
Tomorrow, I'll make sure you burn the calories.
Yeah.
Abdullah is Qasim's coach, by the way.
Yeah,
so.
my brother off the mat, my coach on the mat, my MMA coach. Alhamdulillah, really, in the last year I've been training with him. It's been amazing. And like I said, one of the leading MMA fighters in Kuwait. So it's a great honor to be able to train with him every day.
And stay tuned for his new merch coming out with Gracie Baha, his gym, collaboration with White Gorilla, hoodies, screen printed. Something amazing is coming out. Stay tuned, and hopefully we're going to have some amazing stuff coming out.
Yeah, I really like the samples. It's going to look good. Yeah,
you guys are going to love it, hopefully.
Okay, so Coach Abdullah's got a huge, long life experiences, and I really wanted to delve into it and learn everything and showcase everything he's got. So, Coach, when did you start MMA? Where did the journey begin?
No, first, before you start, where did you get this poster?
This one?
Oh.
Mike Tyson. After he's lost to Jake Paul, he sent me one. He needed advertisement.
I'm glad you like it.
What was your question?
So where did the journey start? Yeah, your MMA martial arts journey.
I started in around 2011.
Okay.
Yeah, 2011, 2012.
When you were in the States?
No, I was here in Kuwait.
Okay.
I just finished high school. I just graduated, and I saw some footage of Tough UFC with Brock Lesnar, and I was interested in what that was. And then that led to me looking for an MMA gym in Kuwait. I didn't find one. I found something like with two different martial arts. So it was called MMA.
Okay,
but it wasn't. It was two different martial arts. One of them was jiu-jitsu. And I stuck with jiu-jitsu, and then I got sent to a scholarship to study in the US, and over there I started doing legit MMA.
Nice.
You started with Gracie in America, yes? Oregon.
Which in the States was it?
In Kuwait, I started, my jiu-jitsu was Hoist Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, and then when I went to the States, it was a Gracie Baha. It was an MMA gym, but the jiu-jitsu was Gracie Baha. It was in Kansas.
Nice.
It was in Manhattan, Kansas. They call it the Little Apple.
Nice. Nice.
But it's not.
Nothing
compared to New York. Not even little.
How are the MMA gyms in America like? Amazing, because we see all of them all the time. Like, how was it? Like, you've been to the UFC Performance Center, which is like one of the leading places to train.
MMA gyms in the US are top of the top, but still you can find some like McDojos around here and there. Yeah, but most gyms are good. The like, you'll know the legit gyms if they have good fighters. If they have fighters that compete, they're most likely gonna be good gyms for MMA.
Yeah.
I mean, back then, I think right now there's even more, way more information, more gyms, more everything. The sport has exploded in the past years. Since I've started until now, it's grown so much in this little time that I've been in it, and it's grown so much since 1993 when it started, when the UFC started.
Social media, everything's just taken.
That's mashallah. What, like, everyone knows who you are before even you went to PFL. I know people that know you and know you before you were even, like, mashallah, in PFL, and they're saying great stuff about you. And like, I know one of my friends, you know him, he's like, as soon as I saw Abdullah, I knew he's gonna be something. Like, when you were young, and even before we went to study, so people were seeing that in you before you even got it. They like got in the PFL and got to that level and stage you are in. So it was like, it's an honor to have you here, to be honest, Abdullah.
Thank you. I appreciate the the build up here.
Wallah, la, la, wallah, such. It's what
but
you've done with me, especially, and what I've seen. We've all great stuff. Great person. It's not just a great fighter. He's a great person overall. To be honest, wallah,
thank you, thank you.
Habibi.
But yeah, that's how I started, or
Nice.
when I started. Yeah.
You trained with like lots of several famous fighters as well in the US. Who
Well,
did you
yeah.
train
Well,
with?
so after Kansas, I went to. Well, in Kansas, our gym had a few guys in Bellator that fought in Bellator.
Yeah.
One guy called Caveman Rickles. He has these crazy entrances when you watch like Bellator fights.
Okay.
You'll see him come in with like a Flintstones car.
I've
Oh,
seen,
Yeah,
I've
wow.
seen
it's
him.
crazy.
I
And
don't
a
remember.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah, he fought Venom Page one
No,
time.
oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
Damn.
Nice, nice.
yeah. He's been.
Yeah.
He's like he's a vet.
Yeah,
He's-
Did he
old
win?
school, huh?
Did he win though on Venom Page?
No, he lost. that
Okay.
one.
Venom Page is amazing.
Well,
His
yeah,
fight is
but-
coming up versus
Yeah,
Sharon
he's-
Sadia,
But he's
by
fought
the way.
like big names. He's won a lot of his fights. He's
Nice.
he's a very very good striker. And the guy who owned the gym was called Joe Wilkes, I think. Joe the Nose Wilkes. I think he fought in Bellator also.
Okay.
He had some fights in Bellator too. But these guys were big in the area of Manhattan, Kansas, in terms of MMA. And their gym was the biggest, I think, at the time of over there. So when that's my first, let's say, real legit MMA gym.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
my first interaction with people
Nice.
who were professional and
Yeah.
did that for a living. And then I went to Oregon. I went to Team Quest.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
And
famous.
Team Quest is full of legends. Like
Yeah.
at the time that I was there, we had Chael Sonnen,
Oh,
Matt
wow.
Lindland, Ed Herman,
Oh,
Fabiano Scharner was a coach there for the jiu-jitsu
Nice.
for a while after he went and opened his own gym and the guys followed.
But did you know you're gonna join the PFL at that time? Did you know you were going somewhere there, or were you just training for fun?
No, I didn't. No, PFL wasn't around at that time. PFL is fairly new. It was actually called WSOF. It just now
Okay.
changed into PFL.
yeah.
Okay.
So no, I didn't have PFL in mind. But my goal was like I took a step and saw like from the time I have and the age I started and I like where I'm at and I gauge my level like because I'm in the gym with the guys who do it professionally, so I
Yeah.
can kind of see where I'm at. I had a goal, my wish, yani, my dream was just to fight,
Yeah.
Wow.
and
See what happens.
like my big like the short term goal was just get a one fight.
Okay.
I just want to do it one
yeah,
time, a real one, like a one fight,
Try
and
it
then
out.
maybe I'll just do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And my long-term goal, and it was a dream, like I would never thought I would do it, was to fight in maybe Bellator or UFC. UFC, I thought it was very hard. Maybe Bellator, because that was the number 2 show,
Yeah.
yani.
Yeah.
And subhanAllah,
Mashallah.
I got signed into the PFL, but the PFL bought Bellator, so technically
So, yeah.
I
You're even
I
a better
got there.
place now. So, yeah.
So
That's
I
amazing.
can't, like Bellator and PFL are now one, so
Yeah.
I think I got to where I wanted to.
Yeah.
You
So
got it,
Awesome.
mashallah. Not a lot of Kuwaitis went there where you
No,
were.
I
mashallah.
like we said, Coach Abdullah is the first Kuwaiti to fight on the international stage. He fought in Brazil as well.
Yeah, I did.
That was the first.
My debut was in Brazil. Yeah,
Yeah.
I fought my first fight in Brazil. Long story short, was or no, I'll tell the story, and you have a lot of time here.
Yeah.
So I wanted to fight my first pro fight, and I wasn't finding anything in the region.
Okay.
I tried UAE Warriors. I tried Brave. I
Yeah.
used all the connections I have with whatever I had to get into one of these shows, and it was difficult. And so what happened was my friend and he's my friend and he's my coach and he's my manager and everything.
Yeah.
Everything that opened up for me in terms of MMA happened through this guy.
Oh,
Is
wow.
Ronnie Marks.
Yeah.
Ronnie Marks.
Ronnie told me, come to Brazil. I can find a show that you can do a GP, so you could fight two
Nice.
fights in
Yeah.
one night.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So because I was like, Brazil was
Yeah.
far and I'm
So,
not gonna pay
just
that
go.
much to
Yeah.
go. And he was like, when he said that I could do two, and then my record will be 2-0 and I'll be ahead,
yeah.
and
Yep.
I could like,
Yes.
Two birds, one stone.
yeah, I have
Why
a fast
not?
pass
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
maybe
yeah.
get into one of the good
Suck.
shows.
Yeah.
So he said we can do a GP, and we can do a camp there, and you could go do a fight, one night, two fights.
Oof, that's
So
crazy.
yes, but that's gonna save me
Yeah,
money
yeah,
and time.
everything.
And
Yeah.
and
Huge on your
camps,
record.
yeah.
Yeah.
so I did it, and I went there. But the timing was so crazy, and it was in Corona,
Oh,
the COVID era, and then
And you were paying everything by yourself.
yeah, of course. So who cares about
in
it?
lockdown, it's crazy to go in
I
lockdown.
just want people to know that.
Yeah, who cares about it to pay for it? Yes,
That you're doing all that hard work by himself. So
المهم so what happened was so they just lifted
The ban.
the ban,
Yeah.
yeah. And I went, and while I was there, they put it back in Kuwait. So if I had waited maybe 1-2 weeks, I couldn't have
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
So I stayed there, did the fight and everything, and I came back. And what happened? I fought my first fight, and I won. And we were supposed to have a second one, but the opponent was asking for more money to do the second fight, and things happened like that. And then the promoter said no, and it was just one fight.
Okay.
It wasn't 2 fights, but it was
You won a show.
still a good fight. Yeah.
And just for those that don't know, to fight in Brazil, it's crazy. So it's really very, very high level for Abdullah to even go to Brazil and take a fight on short term notice in COVID. You know, that's a big respect. Not many people put their reputation or the life on the line, as you could say. So that's huge.
Yeah, I took this bet, and again, I always in my mind, I always have these short term goals.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll go do this if it works.
Yeah.
I'll fight again, and if not, I'll stop fighting.
Yeah.
I had always.
I know that
Just
now
live the
about you,
dream.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm putting so much on the line. It's
I
not like
know,
something
yeah.
where I could do it today and then do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
No,
I waited
no,
like
no,
8
no.
years to find this. No, I waited from 2018 to 2021 or 20 to get this fight. So I know
Yeah.
like I'm not having opportunities.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
Yeah.
So I'm
Very
like, okay, if this works, I might find something. I'll work more and try to find another one. And if
Yeah.
it's not, alhamdulillah, it worked out.
Alhamdulillah.
And I'm happy that the opponent was legit. It was a tough guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the fight was amazing.
It was a champion of Muay Thai in the area that I fought.
Okay.
So he had a
Inshallah.
good record. Yeah.
Wow.
But the jiu-jitsu finished. The submission, that was crazy.
Yeah, I was going for submissions. He was going for knockouts.
Yeah.
Classic.
First round?
You
So this
you
is-
smash them in your game, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, So
mashallah.
then, we've done Brazil. Then the first Kuwaiti to get signed onto PFL, which is like the top 3 MMA organizations in the world. So for you to be the first one onto there, how did that feel for even like, the day you wake up, you got the PFL offer? That must have been crazy.
Yeah, it was, but
Dream
still,
country.
like, it wasn't just this. After that fight, I had 2 more fights, and then another fight in Brazil,
Oh, wow.
and then PFL.
Yeah.
Okay. So you did
yeah.
okay.
That was my debut fight.
Yeah.
That was my debut fight, and then after that, I had 2 fights in Egypt,
Okay.
and then I had 1 fight here in Kuwait.
Okay. Last year, I think.
Yeah, and then 1 more fight in an organization that's like really big. It's like it's Shuto.
Oh, should I?
Okay.
Yeah.
Shuto is very big.
Yeah.
It's in Brazil.
Yeah.
It's a legit organization. A lot of guys, they take a lot of guys from Shuto to the UFC.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like the Cage Warriors of Europe.
Oh, wow.
Okay, it's all MMA. It's not just jiu-jitsu, huh?
It's only
Yeah,
it's
Okay,
an MMA
it's all
organization.
MMA. Nice.
They have it in Japan and they have it in Brazil.
I know
Nice.
some of the OGs came from Shuto.
Yeah, I think Lyoto Machida
Yeah, one-
from
yes.
there.
Shogun Brothers, I think.
Maybe
I think all of them old school guys came from Shuto.
a lot
back
of the
on.
Brazilians. Shuto was huge.
Huge.
It still is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
one
I
of
think
the biggest.
Anderson even fought there.
Yeah, it's on UFC Fight Pass. Yeah, Anderson Minor.
Yeah.
So yeah, so after that one, after the Shuto fight, I was I knew I had like I was in the talks to being signed to PFL, and then there was this show in Kuwait, and I've never fought locally, so I really wanted to do that fight. So, but it was risky because if I lost that one, you cannot go to
on your
PFL.
record, yeah.
You cannot go after a loss. So but I took it because it's in my hometown. I needed to do one fight at least in my life.
Yeah.
One pro fight here, and that's even harder to do. Yeah,
So,
like
Yeah.
fights in Kuwait are very very rare, especially in that size and that that was shows.
weight,
big.
That's where I first actually saw you last year. was that for that fight? Yeah.
And then after I got signed to PFL, and I was one of the first. I was one of the.
you were the first.
I was the first Kuwaiti guy to get signed.
Yeah.
And I was asked to go. It was a Bellator, the first Bellator versus PFL champions series.
Yeah.
I went to that one, and they introduced us in the cage.
I saw that. That was really nice. Where you're all in the cage, and that was
Nice.
crazy. How was it like? Obviously now Saudi, we saw in Saudi, the PFL.
Bro.
That must have been crazy. That must the dream of doing it as well. PFL in Saudi with all of it booming.
It's changing
That was
fast.
as an athlete to see that you.
And that day
you
was that inauguration day was crazy. So many fighters.
Yeah.
All John Jones. I saw Mike Tyson. I saw
Nice.
Ngannou. I saw my coach DC. Dewey
Ngannou's
Cooper.
gone.
I saw, and that was so cool because I just met DC in Vegas, and then
Oof.
full circle back, and I meet him in Saudi, and after because I camped in Vegas for the Shooto fight with DC, with Dewey Cooper.
Yeah.
He did an amazing job with my striking. Even if you see him in that fight, I was not worried about the striking. He always. He puts you in a situation where you push, you take the punches and you go. Like you protect and you go. And so it was cool to see him after the win because I was not going to go to Vegas anytime soon. And he came here and like we talked about it.
That's crazy. But even the lights, like when you go from small
and I saw
shows,
Chael and I saw him again there. It was so cool.
I'd love to see Chael. I love Chael.
Yeah, I trained with Chael in Oregon, so he saw me back here again. Hey, how are you? Like this, Yeah, actually, I also cornered Bruno Capelloza on that day. I was in the corner with Ronnie, and I were his corner.
Nice.
Wow.
And Bruno was a PFL champ.
Yeah. That's big.
So I had an awesome experience that day, and for myself as a coach,
That's true.
Yeah, I've been in a corner of a champ. I've been in a corner of a lot of big names. So
that's true.
So I know
how to deal with that pressure,
how to mentor,
how fighters think before the fight.
That's a big thing. That's the fight day and the cornering, and you walk out and how to speak to them, and coaching. That's a different ball game.
I saw the biggest guy, and like a champion. And I saw an amateur, and I saw the guy who has a big fight coming up, and I saw the guy who thinks he's gonna win easy. Like I know all what they're thinking. It's not just it's a lot of it is mental. So I know what this guy's thinking.
Definitely.
So I know what he needs to be on his game in the fight. I need to tell him what he needs to
game.
Because sometimes the guy is too relaxed. Sometimes they're too anxious. Sometimes so.
Every person's different at every different level as well. It changes. So
and,
you have that experience.
Like and as I was walking through the cage, if you hear the commentary, Chael said, Saleem, my friend, we had coffee with him the day before. It was so
wow. That's amazing.
No, it's different when you're actually a fighter too. You know what's going on. You've seen it. You've been to the cage, so it's different than just
like if you ask me, I have new goals now. Like my goal is to get my next goal is to be inshallah next year if I work hard enough, I think I see myself inshallah the PFL champ.
So I
know that
Abdullah's first fight on the PFL. It finished in like 1 minute. It was crazy, literally. I'm watching that. I'm like, oh my! That was like the dream finish in the dream. Mashallah, like such a quick finish.
Bro,
in that fashion. How was that?
Was there
the 6-0, the last fight?
Yeah.
Like I was so nervous, so I was waiting. Not even the first 2 minutes.
I remember
my dad was there. We were all there. It was an amazing fight. I was like so relieved. Not even one punch touched you. I'm like, most first rounds wins.
And the first punch was a slip. So
I saw it was a slip. I knew it was a slip. I knew it wasn't a fight.
He thinks he has knockout power, crazy knockout power. He keeps saying my right hand and shit.
We
got the win though.
If you watch the video from the angle, I kick and he punched my
your shoulder. Yeah, I saw that. No, it was obvious that
you slipped. After you got submitted like that.
2 minutes.
How did it feel though to like that?
Easy.
To finish in that fashion so quickly. Out of 3-4 months of training camp, boom, 1 minute. Khalas.
No, even like the event PFL, I didn't go to the one after you, but I went to the Ngannou one. They like Riyadh changed up fast. Battle of the Giants. It was like a big boost from the last PFL.
Like I saw videos of the last event, the finals.
They're putting money in. They're making it money, big. Yeah.
Inshallah, one day, I see like with their push, I see like a big transformation even here in Kuwait. It's gonna affect us.
Yes, definitely. Wherever they're doing now,
everyone's coming now. You know, and for yourself now, you're like leading inspiration for people in Kuwait, the MMA fighters to be like, you know what, Abdullah did it. I want to do it. I want to follow in his footsteps.
There are kids calling themselves gorilla. You know, there's a fight right now. It's
Mini
like
gorilla.
everyone's like
But inshallah, you
baby
take-
gorillas everywhere from you.
But
That moment you picked up Ali in the cage, though.
yeah,
That was like the
That
ultimate
was-
Rocky Balboa moment. That was epic. Was that just spontaneous, or did you always dream for
no,
that to happen?
like when my family said they wanted to come, and I said, okay, then bring Ali, and if I want, bring him in the cage.
Yeah,
Definitely, man. That was amazing.
that's memories
I
for
would've-
life, though.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I told him when I went, bring
Next champ, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah,
Ali is the
inshallah.
baby
Yalla,
gorilla.
Yeah, he's a very good.
get your son in, inshallah, with his son.
So now
Still
as well,
suit.
you're obviously you got Gracie booming. Like how's coaching with you now? How are you finding coaching in Kuwait? The next generation of martial artists.
It's good, but people here, a lot of them are soft, and they don't invest their time enough in the sport. Like they want to do it as a side hobby thing, but you can't. It's
Yeah.
either you're first or you're.
It's not a
Especially
sport; it's a life.
First or your
especially
last.
if you want to go like to professional levels. But if you just want to do it to learn something or to lose weight or something, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
But I have guys that say something, but they don't act
yeah,
the way they're
Yeah,
supposed to.
shows.
Like I have a lot of guys that say, "We want to be, I want to be in the UFC or a champion, or I want to do professional fights or like this," but they train 3 times a week.
yeah.
That's not
Come on,
enough.
yeah.
No, you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
do at least no, you gotta do every day. Except like you could take one day off, and you have to do more than one sport. You have to be very good at more than one sport. You
Yeah.
have to be good
Okay.
at grappling. You have to be good at striking. You have to be good at conditioning,
Yeah.
your strength, and yeah, it's
a
not
full-time job,
It's not
yeah.
something. Yeah,
No, it's not. It's not a sport. It's a life. Huh?
all
From it.
sports are
Yeah.
full-time job. Even if
That's
you want to be
true.
a professional soccer player or football
true.
player or I mean basketball or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Gotta give it all.
this
in,
one, you have to give it all and a bit extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You so on that you sacrificed a lot. Like since I've known you over the last year, you've been to Brazil, you've been to Thailand on camps. I think you've sacrificed. What have you sacrificed? I remember you missed your son's first birthday. Like,
Yeah.
you literally have to give it all.
Yeah, well, for my fight in Shuto, before the fight, I went to camp in Vegas. I was there for like about 5 months,
Okay.
and so I had to bring my wife like in the last 3 months over there because she was pregnant with Ali.
Oh wow.
So I had Ali, and then a few weeks, like 2 weeks later, I went to fight, and they came to Kuwait.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that camp was crazy. I had to do my camp and do my doctor stuff and it's in America and I don't know how the procedure is and things
Yeah.
like that. So it was tough. Like was doing a lot of things, and I have to go there early to get a good place and to find like an apartment. And
Yeah.
it was a
And it's
whole
not
thing.
even like they're predominantly English speaking countries as well. So, the language barrier going to Brazil and Thailand and deal with all of that, it's extra hassle and
Yeah.
alhamdulillah paid off.
Yeah, I missed Ali's birthday. I think
I remember you
when
posted
I was
it.
in Brazil, maybe I think. Yeah,
Real.
I remember you put a story saying this is going to be all worth it.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
6-0, man.
Yeah, I think I was in Brazil before PFL fight when I
Yeah.
did that. I went to Brazil 3 times. I went the first
Okay.
time was my first fight, and then I went, which was in a place called Recife, but
Okay.
I trained in Natal, and then I went to Rio,
Real.
10 days before or 7-8 days before my Shuto fight from the US. I went to Brazil, and then before the PFL I went to 2 months or about 3 months. I camped in Rio again,
Okay.
and like last time when I went, I met Jose Aldo and I met a
Yeah.
bunch of guys from that camp there in
Nice.
Novaniel. Yeah, but this time I trained a lot with them. I
Okay.
trained with people like. And in that room, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5, 6 UFC guys, like
Damn.
guys in the UFC. The others are in ACA.
Nice.
Yeah.
They fought. Some guys are like Shuto, like they mainly just do Shuto.
See, that's what
And
difference.
you were like sparring with Jose Aldo and
No, not Jose Aldo. But I was seeing his camp, the whole camp. I see him in
Okay.
front of me. We're not the same size, and he had the
That's
UFC fight.
true.
So I actually saw his camp and saw him fight
Okay.
because he fought in the UFC, the one in
that's
Brazil.
true,
I
the
think
one-
301.
Yeah, you told me you were invited there.
Yeah, I was in his room before the fight,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
after the fight, we took a picture with him.
I saw that.
Nice,
I
nice.
think that's what separates you from the other fighters. You've done it. You've walked the walk. You've been with other experienced fighters, other camps. You know, you've actually gone deep into the sport. Now you bring that experience, sharing it. You know, like most coaches, they don't have stories to tell. Like we spoke the other day, you have the experience, the story to educate the next generation. It makes a big difference.
I mean,
Credibility. I know what you're saying is 100%.
yeah. When I say
yeah.
these things, like when we talk, it's not to brag or anything.
No,
I'm
no,
just,
no, no.
I
Definitely not
just,
to brag. Like
I need to,
I know you
I need to
well,
gain
man.
your trust
Yeah.
as a student.
Yeah.
Like I need you
Be
to
the
know
judge.
that I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like I have students and I have people who come to my academy and they want to, they ask me what's the best way to get to this goal,
Yeah.
and I have to help them out with this, but also I corner them, also I coach
Yeah.
them.
Yep.
So
Gotta guide them.
I need them to trust.
Yeah.
So I say these stories, and I say when people ask me, it's because to gain the people
It's
like
just
to
like
not.
credibility.
Yeah.
of
So
your
when I
work,
say
man.
something, I
It's
know what
not
I'm
like-
saying.
It's what you said last
And
session. You said,
Trust me.
follow my way and don't look on TikTok or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, my Arabic's improving,
Yeah,
guy. But it's true though, because I
That's
have somebody next to me, what did he say? But like everybody jumping on TikTok or doing these hypes.
Yeah.
But when you're like, okay, you did Charleston, you done America, you know Brazil, you done the camps, we've got yalla, I trust you, you know what I mean? You've walked the walk, you know, you got the t-shirt as they say.
Yeah, and like I tell that to the beginners, and
Yeah.
beginners they go on TikTok and YouTube and they see everything and they want to try everything and they get
Yeah.
these instructionals, and I know people that have been doing jiu-jitsu for maybe 2-3 years, and they're like this, like
Okay,
they
yeah.
go to the gym, but they give a lot of their trust to these DVDs and instructionals and YouTube
Okay,
videos.
yeah.
This is not wrong. You sometimes would open a video or see an
Yeah.
instructional or see something, and
Yeah.
it benefits me because I can see where I can use the
Yeah,
movement.
yeah.
But when you're you're just starting to do this,
You're gonna take it
you don't
off.
even have the basics.
Yeah.
So when you get all your basics like locked in, very good, you have good
You know the difference.
pressure, you know, have good
Yeah.
guard, you have
Yeah.
a good attacks, you have good submissions, you have good sweeps, you have all the basics down.
Yeah.
Then
Now you could add to your game. Now
Okay.
you could put more here, there.
Now you can
and
know what to take.
now you can see like
what to
because like
leave, yeah.
I might do a move and another person might do a move with a
Yeah.
small detail
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would change your whole game.
Yeah.
But now, right now, at this level, the guys that I talk to that he's mentioning,
Yeah.
the
They don't-
beginners group, which he is a part of. No,
Cheers, guys. On live podcast.
MMA
We did-
fighter right here.
No,
Jiu-jitsu
You're gonna see
blue
him fight.
belts,
Don't worry,
okay.
you're gonna see him
Okay.
fight.
You're white belt Lehen. You're white belt or blue now? Oh, white.
Ah, blue belt. You heard it first. I got
He got the
promoted.
blue. He got
I got
the blue. Right.
Nasser.
The belts are Nasser who
Oh, he's the one.
he keeps track because I've been in nogi and MMA most of my time, so I don't like.
You got
But
your-
yeah, so the guys who
Yeah.
are new, I don't recommend you to see videos. And listen to the
Yeah.
coach, go with the basics,
That's
go with the basics class, drill because like you show them a move today and khalas, they think they do it in this class. No,
He's
you
gonna-
have to do it 100,000
Yeah.
million times until you
Right.
get it.
So,
So you already have 6 classes a week.
Okay.
Or if you do the beginner and professional, you have 6, 7, 8, 9 classes a week. So 9 different moves.
Yeah.
Are you perfecting any of those?
That's true, yeah.
Are you perfecting them and then adding?
implementing, yeah.
That's the
how.
thing. You have to
Yeah.
perfect these 9, or at least 2 of these 9.
Yeah. It's
Then go
repetition.
to number 3, and then go to
That's-
number 4.
What do you think the difference is? Is there any difference between coaching and mentoring in jiu-jitsu and MMA? Because I know you go like you've been to like Saudi, Emirates for jiu-jitsu competitions with the guys. Hamza, you cornering them, and now MMA as well. You went to Emirates a few months ago.
Yeah.
Is there any style difference, or is it same kind of?
Well, it's different. It's a different vibe. It's a different environment. Jiu-jitsu is easier.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu is.
I think that
jiu-jitsu-
walkout as well when
jiu-jitsu
you're
is less-
fighting as well.
Jiu-jitsu is less pressure
Yeah,
on you, even as a coach. And
Yeah.
when you go to MMA fights, I feel more pressure than probably
Same,
the
same.
fighter, you know.
Yeah.
I try not to show it, but
When you do that walk, it's
it's
crazy.
stressful for me. And
Yeah.
why it's really stressful for me as I'm coaching. Yeah, like
A lot of pressure. It's a
yeah,
lot of
because
pressure.
the fighter is خلاص, he's ready. He wants to go.
Yeah, he's
But you don't know, like you want things to be perfect. You want the best outcome. You know,
Yeah.
the fighter right now, his mind is turned off. He wants to fight. You know,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
been through the weight cut. He's been through everything.
خلاص, yeah, he's all in.
That's crazy.
It's hard to mentor like someone like that. It's
Yeah. Inshallah, Asim will find him one fight soon. Inshallah.
Inshallah, January, huh?
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Just waiting and then
We'll do
If
that, then
if he just
force
stops
Saudi. Huh?
slacking,
You heard it right here.
podcast where they destroy the host. شنو هذا؟
You heard it right here.
Hashtag ما يصير.
Go on, Asim.
well, if he starts showing up early to class,
Oh, okay. But
if he doesn't skip the warm up,
4 hours of training, guys. 4 hours. No, but I travel like 2 hours to get there.
That's true. He lives kind of far a bit
guys,
from
guys.
the
Guys,
gym.
see,
This is the problem. Everyone
The
has
excuses.
everyone
Yeah.
has a problem.
That's true.
I don't give a shit about
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
Everyone has their thing.
That's true.
Okay,
Everyone
one guy
has their own thing.
one
yeah.
guy has 2 hours to
You
come. One guy has 7-8 hours of work. One guy just got married. One guy
Yeah.
has a kid. The sport doesn't give a shit about you
That's
or
true.
care about your
That's
problems.
true. That's true.
So that's the thing. If you want to be a professional in this sport, the sport comes before your excuse.
Yep.
So you tell you your job every day is to show up.
Yeah.
That's it. Just show up, and then do everything else you need to do. So fix whatever you have to show. Because if you can't do that, it's very hard to become a
That's
professional
true.
or
You can't
a high
continue.
level in this sport. You know,
Yeah.
it's very dangerous. It needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of attention.
Like people,
So this
there
is
are
it.
fighters that like,
Yeah. So one guy comes, I want to be this, and then I say, okay, do this, do this, do this, and he shows up 3 times a week, and I say, hey, where were you yesterday? Oh, sorry, I had a test. Where were you? Oh. And then in my mind, I put this. I say, okay, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Whenever
not-
I see you have your life together and you're coming and
you're committed.
consistent,
Yep.
and then I can think
Yeah.
about putting you in a fight. So right now, when things are shaky like this, and you come
Like,
one day and you miss
you can't do
2
it.
days, and then you come 3 days, I don't ask me for a fight or like
Or
for me to put my attention on you,
Yeah.
like you know.
Full time attention.
Consistency.
Because the guys who have fights, I give them different attention than the guys who are
course.
just here.
Yeah,
like,
It
right now, they
it
don't
shows. Yeah, it shows on the person. Obviously, like I went to other gyms beside you guys. Gracie Baha, mashallah. Like everyone's there. Like maybe the adults, the professional ones. I'm not saying everyone like the kids, but most of them are fully committed. They're all in it. Like I've been to other gyms, I see, but you see like there's a star. That guy will be something, or the rest are just here training just to lose weight or something. But what I've seen with your gym, mashallah, it's something else. There's a lot of people that have that target because of you, because of the coaches there.
Yeah.
So
we
what
have
you're
a lot
doing
of
shows.
competitors. My gym has a lot of competitors. A lot of guys who wanna fight, and I support the competitors. Like like I'll give them more attention. They know, like the guys who compete know that I give them, like
It
I go the
shows.
extra mile for
It
them.
shows, yeah.
And alhamdulillah, our gym has 2 coaches, me and Nasser Abdul Karim, like the main coaches, who are competitors. And Nasser just last week went to Thailand, and he won a super fight in ADCC against a guy who fought in one championship. Nasser Abdul Karim, and congratulations!
Yeah, mashallah.
Congratulations.
He's
one of the biggest achievements in jiu-jitsu in
Yeah.
Kuwait.
That's
And
amazing.
it's a black belt, a legit Russian guy.
One championship.
who
He's in
fights
there.
in
He's
one
like that's more than enough, you know.
in the adult division, a real competitor, you know.
Yeah.
And
dominated as well.
very very
Like,
good.
I think everyone should know about that. That's amazing achievement.
Yeah,
mashallah.
and to be honest, in Kuwait we have some good fighters, and we have some legit guys who are good in jiu-jitsu.
Young and old.
Young and old,
The
yes.
young kids you
Yeah.
have, mashallah.
Young and old, and to put up some names, we have من هو شو اسمه عماد سميط,
Hey,
one of the biggest. He's good in 2 things. He puts on really cool fights, mashallah, showman.
nice.
Yeah,
People
sure.
love watching.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
واحد ثاني عقيل بوصخة.
Yeah.
Hey,
Kills.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Uh,
Beast.
Personality.
Yeah.
at his
That-
age, mashallah, what he's doing, I don't think في أحد بعمره قاعد يسوي اللي قاعد
That's
يسوي. I
true.
don't think in his age
That's true.
anyone's doing what he's doing right now.
Of.
Yeah.
Of.
Mashallah,
Especially
wide,
like
wide,
his personality. Like a fighter, okay, some people a calm fighter, and he keeps winning, but not a lot of people know him. When McGregor comes and destroys everyone and talks like that, people want to show. People want that guy. People doesn't have to be like he doesn't have to be a crazy guy and whatever cocky or something. But no, people want to see a show. People want to see a guy
Yeah,
win.
also like we have صراحة أحمد بصيري.
Hey, mashallah.
يعني what's special about him إنه ما شاء الله ما يخاف. He's not scared. I see him going into all fights. Win, lose, doesn't matter the outcome. But this is also rare.
That's
It's
true.
very rare to find someone who isn't scared. Maybe he's not the best.
Yeah.
He's not the best in jiu-jitsu or the best in whatever, but
fearless, no
but
heart.
he tries.
Yeah.
He puts himself in danger, and that I think deserves
Yeah, you're not scared
That's
to say
true.
no.
Deserves,
You know,
yeah.
it goes.
like credit or to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
noticed. Yeah.
Definitely.
So where do you see, like, what's your, with the gym, with the guys, where do you want to take as many competitions as possible? Because I know there was an event in the UK in January. So many different things that we're looking at.
Yeah. So there's gonna be MCL.
Yeah.
June 25,
January
25,
24 and 25.
24, 25 January.
January.
This is a Saudi tournament. They're coming to Kuwait.
Okay.
They are doing it in Shabab Club.
Okay, well, gym, yeah.
So it's next to our gym.
Yeah.
That's the thing, the positive, and I hope they have a successful
It's their first time
event.
also in
Their
Kuwait,
first time,
huh?
yeah.
Okay.
Also, there's another tournament called AJJB.
Okay, the Australian one.
ABJJ.
ABJJ.
Yeah.
Australian,
Australian,
ABJJ.
Asian, Brazilian.
That's after
Jiu-Jitsu.
Ramadan?
Hopefully, yeah, April 12 to 13. All Clothing is going to bring it over.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, we're going to have a great tournament, great fighters, some special guests, hopefully. I don't want to say everything, but just register. It's online right now.
So mashallah,
guys
the jiu-jitsu scene in Kuwait is exploding.
Oh,
Mashallah, before we used to like barely get one tournament a year.
That's true.
Now we're getting 3, 4, and people from outside are coming in. This AAC, what is it called?
ADCC? Or
You're-
no,
you're
ADXC?
Yeah,
Oh, ABJJ.
You're the
I thought
guy.
you were saying, yeah, I thought you were saying,
But
no,
so
it's
this one's
ABJJ,
bringing
Australian,
some guys over,
Asian, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, yeah.
Again, what is it?
Australian, Asian, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Australian.
Asian.
And
It's
A.
spelled like Australian Asian, yeah.
And A.
Yeah.
B.
ABJJC.
Okay, ABJJC.
Yeah.
So yeah, ABJJC inshallah. Have the ABJJC.
Gi, Nogi, kids.
شهر 4.
Yeah.
What day?
12 and 13.
Okay.
Inshallah. After that, there's also, I think, a grappling.
An MCL inshallah شهر 1.
Yeah.
24 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys have to sign up to all this.
Yeah, please do. You're gonna have great.
There's also an
prizes.
ADCC in between those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think grappling something also after it.
Not sure.
grappling industries.
but
Grappling.
yeah,
industry,
grappling
I think.
industry. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Ibrahim, shout out Ibrahim.
like I always recommend my guys to do all the tournaments.
yeah.
ADCC, ABJ,
Definitely.
this one, MCL,
Inshallah.
grappling industries.
Emperor of the Mats.
Emperor of the Mats.
Emperor of the Mats.
Big
My
one,
baby
big
boy.
one.
Inshallah, Emperor of the Mats, yeah. Inshallah, we're
big
gonna
one.
have an
Inshallah.
Emperor of the Mats soon.
Next one's
Last
gonna be
one's
big,
amazing.
inshallah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
But like
last time
Next one's gonna be bigger.
it was so crazy. We had the biggest names.
Biggest
Seriously, guys that
names.
fought in Craig Jones Invitational.
Oh, you saw the ones fighting now in Russia? Everyone.
A lot of the
Everyone
guys-
in Emperor of the Mats is fighting over there in Russia. So I
guys
was like,
from Canada.
No, but imagine a
Holland.
guy just fought in Craig Jones Invitation. That means this guy just fought
Elite.
to fight for $2 million. That was on the line there.
Yeah.
So we got the
Come
top
on.
of the top that's available right
Come
now.
on,
One of
man,
the
that's-
that's what else do you want?
that was
You got
amazing.
two ambassadors from different countries to come as well.
2 only? I think
Japan?
3
From
maybe.
Japan.
There was a
Brazilian?
Japan, Brazil. I don't remember who else. But yeah, I think
got
these
so
two for
many.
sure.
Yeah.
No,
And
that
athletes you
was,
brought, the quality. Like, I know these local competitions, just local fighters, but you guys brought every different country.
Every
You got
different country,
Luke from
every
Holland,
different
you know.
Even they were there
Canada.
from ADX. When I went to ADX, saw like 4 players from Emperor of the Mats.
ADX took like
Yeah,
4
yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
from
I'm
us.
like, what the heck?
And the Bsayri later on.
Yeah.
So
These
maybe
guys
like
put-
5, 6 guys from
Yeah,
Emperor of the
from
Mats.
Emperor of the
Yeah,
Mats.
تخيل
So,
يعني one of the biggest BJJ
names.
tournaments in the area, ADX took 4 of
You
our
know,
guys.
you see,
Yeah.
that's when you know you're doing great, man.
Yeah. But
That's
we
good.
like Emperor of the Mats is the biggest no-gi tournament in the Middle
Yeah,
East.
by
Yep.
in terms of like a tournament.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
ADX is like a big
It's-
tournament, but it's super
it's,
fights.
yeah.
We have the biggest tournament.
Yeah.
You
the
can
number
see
of people,
Also,
like
the number, the quality. We've been around
Quality, the-
for 4 years
you
now,
have everything.
and like
It
we
shows,
started,
yeah.
we started them
from scratch.
Yeah,
and then they're
Turn-
just copying our game
Yeah,
plan and
yeah,
going,
yeah.
which we love, because
Yeah, relax, let them do it. But
I like having more shows
Yeah, yeah.
and more chances for my students to compete.
that's true.
yeah.
That's true.
There's so many competitors, all beginner, middle,
That's-
advanced
but,
levels.
like the stupidest thing and the dumbest thing that I see gyms doing is telling students you can do this event or not, bro.
Yeah,
If you have
that's so-
events in Kuwait, just do everything.
Yeah.
Why do
Yeah.
you have to travel?
They
We are
control
helping
it.
you save money and get the experience. You have to do all these ones in Kuwait, and when you see your level is going up in these ones, in the
Yeah,
local
yeah,
ones,
yeah.
then go
outside.
go
That's
to
true.
the
Yeah.
worlds in Abu Dhabi, go to whatever you.
Fly.
What
That's
else?
true.
Other than that, I think
It's
Yeah.
you don't want the best for your student.
yeah.
That's true.
It's more
For me, my
control.
student asks us, "Can I do this? Can I do that?" I say, "Go for it."
Hmm.
Even that there was a GIG tournament last weekend. I had two guys go to that one, and it wasn't very good. It wasn't very like
Yeah,
The one in
yeah.
Marina? Or,
I don't know.
I know some
yeah.
people that fought there.
Like we didn't go as a whole team because a lot of the guys they didn't want to go. The
Yeah.
kids
Okay,
they
yeah.
didn't they weren't interested. But the two guys that went,
They won.
we told them go.
Yeah,
I had one of
But
the
you're always,
kids.
you're always
nice.
very backing. If we say we see this, you're like, you're not.
Yeah, I never say no. Don't do this tournament or do
yeah.
this tournament or whatever. Do whatever. Just go. Just move.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
even in
better.
terms of training, I have guys. Can I train at this gym or that gym? Go train
Go
anywhere.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Go learn and then
I don't care where you train, where you do whatever. Just keep consistent and keep winning. And but yeah, if you're doing things that I see and that are giving me bad results, I'll
Yeah.
tell you that I don't recommend you doing
Of
that.
course.
Yeah.
But if you're doing whatever you're doing and you're getting the results, you're getting the submissions, you're getting a better game, you're getting you're progressing, then
Yeah.
do it. Do
Okay,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
That's when also the person also he trusted his coach when
Yeah.
his coach is like, yeah, go ahead, do it.
Yeah.
If he keeps controlling him, no, I don't want him to be my coach. I don't want him to control me. I don't want him. So what you're doing is amazing and shows even from Emperor of the Mats. Besides your gym, Emperor of the Mats shows your heart and passion. What you guys did was amazing, mashallah. Also, yani, can't wait to get Nasser in the podcast. Hopefully,
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
Inshallah.
that's
Bring
coming,
Nasser.
that's
Nasser likes English podcasts.
inshallah, inshallah. I'll get you soon, man.
Okay,
When you're back.
where did the white gorilla
White
nickname
gorilla.
come
That's
in?
true.
So this is,
I
I've been
don't
looking
know.
at that.
I
I
don't
really want to
know.
know the full story.
So my nickname was Abdullah Gorilla Saleem because like match Abdullah Gorilla like it.
Ah,
okay.
okay, okay.
But then I have Mubarak Al Kandiri, is crazy guy. Yeah, he's the Nate Kuwait Nate Diaz.
You got you for the white gorilla, huh?
He said "Hello, bil white gorilla," and he did like this gang signs. And I'm like, you know what? That sounds good. The white gorilla. Okay,
It's
I'll
stuck.
It's stuck with you now, yeah?
yeah, and I think he was like next fight put it, and I said okay, I will, and I did. So يعطيك العافية, brother.
Big shout out
That's
there.
nice.
Okay, final question. Top 5 MMA fighters. Who inspired you? You can obviously you can go back to when we like first started watching it. Like
first fighter, so we got Brock Lesnar. He
Okay.
brought me
Yeah.
to the
Yeah,
sport,
yeah.
and then he brought me, and then I stayed for Chael Sonnen.
okay,
Oh.
no, yeah.
These are my top guys, and then I really like Dan Henderson.
Legend,
Okay.
legend.
Dan
The best
Henderson,
overhand
Ajib,
fight
Ajib.
against Michael Bisping.
Yeah, and then of course I have to like, these are my favorite. خلاص. After these, the rest I like, but مو my favorite.
Not
Habib.
you're
Habib
the one who
Nurmagomedov.
got you, and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I like his way, and he was very good. Who else do I? Damian Maya. I really like him.
I love
He's a
Damien.
beast.
Damon's
I love
so
I'd say these are the 5. that I
best
have.
5, huh?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of John Jones. No.
Yeah.
And the first time John Jones and DC fought, I was with DC in his room in
Damn.
Vegas.
Oof.
No way.
Before his fight, the night before, they went to where they filmed Tough,
Okay.
and they were like doing a warm up.
That's,
Him and Luke Rockhold.
Okay.
And I was there with my coach. This was my old jiu-jitsu coach. His name was Luis Pedro.
Okay.
Now he refs IBJJFs.
Nice.
Okay.
Really cool
Yeah.
guy. I really like this guy. I learned a lot from this guy. I learned a lot. He was from a gym, I think, called like he's originally from Ataki Duplo or something. He had that tattooed, and I remember like asking him what does that mean, and he said like double attack at the same time. Like you
Yeah.
attack two things at the same time. It's smart.
Yeah, very
He was very smart. He's a big guy, but he's
Okay.
like smart.
Yeah.
So he knew, like we had connections, and so we all went to Vegas, and we went to the Tough House where they film, where they do the fights for Tough.
Yeah.
And that place is like legendary. You see all the pictures
Yeah,
of
that's
all
all.
the
That's
And I was doing like a workout there, and DC and Luke were doing one in the cage, and then DC said, "Hey, can you take a video of us?"
oof.
So I came and take a video with an iPad. He had an iPad.
Yeah.
And as we were leaving the cage, the UFC took a picture, and it's posted on their Instagram.
Oh.
Me, Luke, and DC.
Oh no, that's crazy.
And the like, thank God for this picture, because I wouldn't have. I have nothing to prove that day.
Yeah.
Because what happened was I had my phone, and I have videos of everything.
Yeah.
And in their apartment and the house and the event and all the crazy stuff that happened on that trip, and someone stole my phone. So that picture was the last thing.
Only memory of.
The only memory, like the only thing, like if I tell you the story that I was in DC's room, you won't believe it. But if I show you the picture, maybe you'll believe it. You know, like
That's one of the most epic fights in history as well.
the first one.
Yeah.
Really
So to be
crazy.
there, unbelievable. Coming.
Hopefully you're gonna see Abdullah hopefully a lot with us in the vlogs. I hope so. You're gonna
Inshallah.
we're gonna
And,
be traveling.
hopefully fights next fight coming soon, inshallah.
Yeah,
We're not
Just-
planned, but it's,
You don't have to say anything.
no, inshallah, PFL next
PFL,
next
inshallah?
season, inshallah.
We
I
went
heard it here live.
Inshallah, yeah.
So
inshallah.
we're gonna
When's
go
that?
hopefully see.
I don't know. No.
okay.
Train with-
Inshallah.
see
New
Train
season, we're gonna be
Abdullah.
there. Smash it again, inshallah, in 1 minute again.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
And sign up for MCL. Sign up for the Australian.
ABJJ,
Yeah,
and something big is gonna happen at Gracie Baja. Hopefully, we're gonna have Gracie Baja merch over there. It's gonna be sold at Gracie Baja. So a lot of stuff coming. Buff Chef is gonna have his own merch. He has his own restaurant. We're gonna have a corner there. So a lot of stuff is coming. Big stuff
inshallah,
is
Buff
coming.
Chef is gonna put his meals in Gracie Baja too.
Yep.
Inshallah.
Buff Chef is gonna be everywhere, guys.
And
So
Gracie Baja is opening a new location starting, I think, next week. It's gonna be in Abu Hassani, very cool location. Come check it out.
nice.
Yeah, inshallah. راح يكون
Closer
في-
to my house. So
صدق أبو الحصان يقرب لك؟
maybe I'll be there.
لا
Let's
ان
see.
شاء الله جريسي بار جديد
إن
راح
شاء الله.
نفتحه هناك بابو
بس.
الحصاني.
بس
في مول درة اعتقد اسمه، ما ادري اذا تعرفه ولا لا.
ما
يم
أدري.
360 او
اي
36 36 كنا
close.
قدامه شوي هناك. خوش مكان مع فول كونتاكت راح يكون. Thank you for the interview.
حبيبي, thank you so
for
much.
coming. It's
We'll
been a
see you
pleasure.
Thank
soon.
you. What's this called?
Local bakery.
Yeah, local bakery for the food.
Big shout out. Thank you
Yeah,
guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you Ali
Thank you,
Zulum.
Ali.
Ali, the
Ali.
big
Yeah,
man.
you're
Amazing with
yeah,
صراحة
today.
you're producer of Zulum ريان.
حبيبي
He
حبيبي.
bought
You got him, you
all
got
the
him.
equipment today.
Whatever you
Literally
need,
things
guys.
I've never seen before.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for the training.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you, my brother.
Abdullah,
Thank
happy
you,
birthday.
Happy birthday. My big brother's birthday is today, so
Okay,
wish him
I'm
happy
gonna
birthday.
Thank you guys. And
All right.
hopefully, third episode, we're just finalizing everything with the next person, the next guest, which should be amazing. But not saying, waiting for it to finalize.
Let's
But
see.
inshallah, thank you for the support and see you soon. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Boom.